See what we got. See if anybody wants to come in and talk. It's 1:39 a.m. on the East Coast. See if we can get anybody in here that wants to have a discussion tonight. I'll wait a little bit and see if anybody comes in. Let's see, we got about 30 seconds in. See if we get anybody in here. I don't know. I've been going pretty hard on a certain fraternal group lately. So I don't know if they gonna keep their anyway. Yeah, let's see if anybody comes in, guys. We can if so we'll talk a little bit. Absolutely. Okay, we got one person in that we got to like. Come on in. Let's talk on the late night tonight. Actually, you know what? I say it's 1:40 a.m. on the East Coast, so it's only about 10:40 on all the way in the West, 11 in the Midwest. So come on in, guys. Let's talk. Let's see. Let's just have a discussion. Nothing major tonight. I'm just trying to just having a discussion with you guys. I'm gonna just sit down and talk. Got a few things I want to discuss with you as far as the program. Some things that I've been experiencing. Welcome in. Okay, we got two people, and you both hit the like button. I appreciate you guys. Let's see. Before we really get into a discussion, let's try to get about 5 people in here at least, 5 to 6 people. I'll check the comments, see if you guys want to kind of guide the discussion. I got a few things I want to chat about, but I'm open to conversation tonight. Especially right now, something literally just happened that it really caught my attention. Let's just say that, and I want to get my mind off of it anyway. I already had the live schedule, and literally this pretty bad thing just happened to me 10 minutes ago. It's ironic because the exact same thing happened to me last Thursday. The exact same situation. Yeah, man. I think I have some perps that are going under the hood of my vehicle, like, because they just sit here and watch me at work all day. You guys know how it is. I mean, they just stand there. They got people all around just watch you all day. So it seems like every time I walk away from my vehicle when I'm up at this particular place that I was working tonight, they're going into my vehicle and they're doing something to my engine. Like when I got back to my car today, I saw something stuck into the little crevice, where your engine opens up. I saw something stuck in the crevice, kind of giving me a message that they've been inside my engine. The gang stalking program is getting really desperate lately, and I'm going to explain to you guys why. But we can just have a nice discussion tonight. I'm going to sit back and relax. Lately my lives have been more rushed. I've been on the move. I've been out running around, sweating, hot, frustrated. But I was doing pretty good until something just happened about 20 minutes ago that really just really caught my attention because it's important. But luckily, I'm in position to deal with it. I don't want to go into detail. But again, I do think that these perps are going into my engine and doing stuff like the split second that I walk away to go around the back of my job. I think that they're using that opportunity to do something really bad. I think the program is not really feeling confident about my stalking right now. All right, see. Okay, we got 8 people. Let's get 2 more in here, guys. You guys hit the like button for me. We got 8 people in. What's going on? I see you, and I'm still alive. Can you get the camera footage from a nearby store? Yeah, but the thing about that is, I could, but I think that for one, I think they're involved, and 2, I don't have enough evidence to really do it because it's happening at my job. And I don't even want to bring that kind of drama. It's already enough there. I might discuss a little bit of what's going on with the job tonight as well. Just depending on who comes in and how many people we get in here. But I kind of want to let you guys kind of guide the discussion. I'm just relaxing tonight. I'm going to sit down in a minute. Right now I'm up because, like I just mentioned, something something that really pretty bad just that gets my attention just happened again. It hadn't happened in about a week. I've been feeling pretty good, and here we are. We going into payday. I'm feeling good, and here we go again with the same problem. And I thought that I solved, but I'm gonna just put some money into getting it looked at, and yeah, hopefully I'll be in a different car by the weekend or after the weekend. Let me see what we got going on. I'm getting ready to have another shift in life. I've been working a job for about a year, but it's time for me to do some other things. They're trying to make this really feel like a kid. We'll talk. Let me see what we got. 8 people. Okay, somebody just left. Now I got 7. We're gonna talk tonight. We're gonna talk tonight, guys. Let's have a little discussion. Okay, Gang Stalking Reality says the cops make it footage go away. They also have businesses state cameras aren't working. They always go hard on sabotaging a payday. Yeah, I'm glad you said that. See, that's one of the things recently with my car. It's really been my car dragging me down for the past year and a half almost. Well, not dragging me down, but really just, yeah, dragging me down, holding me back and messing with my pockets. And another time, a few months ago, when my car was broke down, I had it sitting at a hotel and I couldn't get the windows up because I didn't have any power in the car. I told you guys about it in one of my videos on my lives. They went in and stole some stuff, and I think they did damage to my vehicle then, as well as the guy who was working on my car was a perp. And I think the damage that I had, he did on purpose, because my car I didn't have the problem that I have now until this guy got under my hood. And then he ended up being a complete perp. He showed up exactly, on the 27, the way my program works and all that. So you just got to be careful, guys. I think I had like 2 perps working on my car this year, and I think they both did damage in their own way on purpose, for the program. And I think one of them, he just felt kind of like this, real bad about it. He kind of stood me up the last time that I called him. I wanted him to come around again, and his prices are so low, but he just kind of did some perpy act stuff. So I just replaced him with somebody else, and someone else came. He was pretty cool. Gave me a good price, fixed my car pretty good. But you know what? I will say this. Maybe that he was part of putting this defective part in my car that's causing this issue. So I'm going to get it looked at tomorrow, because it was a little too good to be true with him being like a really good stand-up guy. He worked for it, for a good price. I think all of it was a setup. So I got to, because all I do is pick my phone up and I go online and I get these mechanics knowing that I'm being monitored and I'm being sabotaged, and they hate me having this vehicle. They've been trying to take it from me for 2 years since I got it, since I drove it off the lot. So I don't know if it's the defective part, because I didn't start having this problem until this happened. And we got the part from a damn junkyard. I tried to go buy it from the real place. They wouldn't honor. Long story. So I don't know, guys, but I know all of a sudden, every Thursday, I'm having the same almost damn near tragedy happen with my vehicle here. And it happened exactly a week ago. Didn't have the problem all week. I walk away from my car. I come back. I'm just rambling about the car. This is not going to be the discussion, guys. Let me get one more person in here, then we'll get into it. Let me look at these comments, and I'm gonna sit down. The cops pick the footage. Yeah, man, it just sucks the cops are doing this stuff. Gang Stalking Reality. It really just threw off my whole understanding of reality. And that's why, TIs, I know how you guys feel out there who come into this thing. It's just like your whole idea of reality and how the world is set up is just completely demolished. And you realize that there's no protection under the law. All of this stuff is bullshit. They're all liars. They're all full of shit. You know what I mean? It's just, and you got to readjust your life. For me, on this level, it's been about 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? I left my ex-wife in 2020, and I've been single ever since. It's just been on the move. And it's been tough, but it's been a transition period of, Lord. It's been a transition period. It's been a transition period of, wow, I just got a message while I'm speaking to you guys. I just got a message that I forgot to pay my phone bill, and I didn't even get a reminder. I usually get every week, but whatever. Hopefully I don't lose service while I'm talking to you guys. I got to just pay it tomorrow. But yeah, they'll probably let me roll for at least another hour, because it's 1:49 on the East Coast. I don't know, man. They might cut me off soon, guys, because I forgot to pay my phone bill. Jeez. I meant to check it today too. Wow, what a night, all at once. Yeah, I did pay a week ago. Now that I think about it. Well, anyway, guys, let's just chat. Let's just talk for a little while. Let's see what we got here. I'll pay this bill. It's too late now. Everything is anyway. Let's see what we got going on here. Read some of this. You see what gang stalking does though? You just forget stuff because you're just always running and kind of like trying to deal with the gang stalk and mitigate the damage, live your regular life, keep up with all the things you got to keep up with, and it just throws you off. I mean, I literally forgot that I had to pay this bill today, and it's really important. Damn it. And I don't keep money in the bank like that. That's the thing, because they surveil all of my finances. So I don't have any way I don't have any money in the bank until tomorrow, any money that I can have access to. So now I might end up getting cut off tonight. Ain't that a bitch? Anyway, let's see what we got going on. Man, my night just got really rough all of a sudden. It was going pretty smooth. I was gonna have a nice live and talk to you guys, and bam, I just got a message on my phone. I forgot to pay my phone bill, so they probably get ready to cut me off. And I just had something pretty bad happen with my vehicle, all in the past 30 minutes. Wow. Anyway, let's still go. This is the life of a TI. All right, let me try to catch some more of these comments. I always go hard. They always go hard. Okay, so K Vicky, welcome. It says, put the other kind of lock on the hood. It, of course, they'll some open. Oh, okay, so there's a certain lock I can put on my hood. Let me see. Yours just came right in, K Vicky. Let me see. It says, or put some kind of lock on the hood. Of course, they'll. Okay, my comment about security labels on hood disappeared. Okay, security label. Okay, I'm gonna look into that security label. I never heard of that before. I'm glad you just mentioned that, because that's not something that I heard of before. And that's why I like doing these lives, and that's why I like interacting with the TI community, because we help each other like that. Certain things that I might not know that you guys might, you get what I'm saying? It's a good exchange of information. It's just so many perps, so I don't really get in doing too much all the time. It'll be frustrating because it's just so many perps and all mixed in, and then you got people who are TIs playing both sides of the fence. And it's just like, if you're a TI, some of these people really are TIs. I can see it. I see some of the stuff they've gone through and they go through and how they talk. You can tell, but they play both sides of the fence. You take away being a real deal TI once you take the bait. Like, for instance, whoever's gang stalking me, whether it's a government entity, whether it's family members who have access to this stuff, because all my family is government and military and very sneaky and all that, very quiet and sneaky types. You know what I mean? Never come, So whoever's doing this stuff to me, shit, I lost my train of thought, man. This, all of a sudden, I started having a rough night. God damn. I think this phone, I forgot to pay my phone bill. Hey guys, one of you guys out there, if you want to do me a favor, I got 9 people in here. If one of you guys want to do me a favor, right, and cash at me, you don't have to. It's not, I'm not, but cash at me $30 into my bank account real quick, and I'll give it back to you tomorrow. But I need to pay. I don't pay my phone bill, so I don't get cut off. I don't keep money in the account, and I forgot it was due. So if you, my cash app is Cash is King. It's posted. So if you do that, I'll be grateful, and I'll just send it back to you tomorrow, maybe with interest on it. But no big deal. If I get cut off tonight, it just is what it is. And then with the problem I had with my car, anyway, let's see what we got going on. God, this gang stalker just takes up so much of your attention because you're always dealing with stuff, trying to mitigate the damage and the problems that they're causing you. And, sometimes you forget stuff. And this is not something I usually forget. I even thought about it earlier, but just disregarded it. All right, let me see. Let me read some more. But thanks about that, K Vicky, with the security labels. The security, for the hood. And so you can see if somebody went under and messed with it. That's really a good idea. I know exactly where to look for that kind of thing too. I'm gonna do that for every vehicle that I drive from now on. They really tore this one up, letting these mechanics get under there like that. Yeah, they really did a number on this vehicle, along with myself, driving it heavy, doing delivery jobs and all that. All right, let's see what we got going on in here. It says Nova A Vision, Bowling Green, Ohio. Oh, they'll send free samples. Use them on door, yeah, in the home also. Yeah, that's a really good idea that I don't hear a lot of TIs talk about. And that's another thing. I don't really hear a lot of TIs giving out really good advice anymore. You know what I mean? It used to be where you can get on and you get good advice from the other TIs. They're trying to tell you things that you can do to, just make this a little more livable. Because it's hard. You can't get rid of it. It's not, it's not in our control. But it's things that we can do to mitigate the damage they do to us. You get what I'm saying? So I don't see a lot of that. It's just a lot of TIs. And I think what happened was, and this is not just the TI community, it's once the monetization became available with YouTube content creators, a lot of the real deal stuff, went away. Like the real honest, down to earth, doing it from the genuine, good of, good of, of good, you know what I mean? For out of passion, and people going through, targeting, and they're just trying to get out here and connect with other people. Nah, it's not really like that right now. They've done such a good job of sterilizing like stuff like YouTube. You can't. It's so boring now. It's so hard. I struggle so hard to find videos to watch on, especially for one, because everything is so sanitized and everybody's so fake and phony because they don't want to get in trouble with monetization. You know what I mean? So it's really, you can't really enjoy authentic, raw content. And then you also have, with me personally, being a TI. And these people, like, I guess they're using NSA grade technology. If you ask me, my phone is monitored at all times. Like it's like a light switch. It's always on. You know what I mean? It's like when the sun is up or the moon is up. That's how I am. Either or, it's always being monitored. So they manipulate everything I see. So if I watch, again, I mentioned this many times, when I watch other TIs, even if they're a real TI, these people have enough influence where they get these people to do my, the things that are in my program, like, say the certain word of the month that they're all saying, or, do the number game they play. So it's just amazing. Some of these people really think they're struggling, they're going through it, but they just perk me as soon as I come around. You know what I mean? I'll share their content and try to like get their word out, maybe give them some exposure. Maybe they only have 100 or so subscribers or something. Even if I'm trying to like, whoa, look, I want this person to get some help. Maybe if I share it, at least I got, I don't know, my channel is not that big, but I got an influence of about 1,000 here and almost 1,000 on IG. And so I try to share some stuff, but these people end up being perps as well. And they look like they're going through hell. So I just had to kind of like step back a little bit and say, okay, I might be one of the only ones here, you know what I mean, that's, actually serious about this stuff. These people think it's funny, it's a joke, it's a game to some of these people. It just kind of, it's not the same anymore looking at the stuff online, especially once I got into the picture as a real TI, start putting stuff out here, they start changing the game up. Let's have a quick discussion. Something I noticed that was funny in the TI, I wanted to say this for a while, right? All right, guys, so look, check this out. I started making videos. I'm gonna catch up on the comments after this. Hopefully they don't cut me off. But I started making videos. Let me see if anybody said anything about the. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the comments in a second. Let me say this though. Here's how I knew. Here's one thing that kind of, showed me that this whole online thing was kind of like really fake with a lot of the TIs and things that are out here. So when I started watching videos of TI stuff in the beginning, right, it was probably about maybe 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago is when I discovered the community of gang stalking. I don't really remember how I found it, but a lot of people weren't really showing their face, right? Because we're being targeted, right? We're being sought out to be hurt and psychologically damaged and all these things. A lot of people weren't really showing their face. It wasn't about you personally, right? That's one of the reasons why I don't show my face like that. I don't want it to be about me personally. I want it to be about the program around me. I'm every man. I'm all of you. I'm you, and you. So it's not about my personal face and what I look like and that shit don't matter. What matters to me is exposing the program around me. I could be anybody. I could be you. I could be your brother. I could be, you see what I'm saying? So I don't want it to be a cult of a code of personality thing here. I just wanted to be about the program. So what I noticed, it was more TIs like that. But then once I came around as a real TI and I started articulating myself and actually showing what's going on in this program, and it's all legit and it's real, and no one has ever approached me to do any fake shit, what's the best way to kind of delegitimize a TI like that, right? Okay, now everybody starts showing your face. This happened a few years ago. Now, I got two theories on that, but most people start showing their face all of a sudden, right? And a lot of their pages went down once they did that, which was a mistake, because again, you're hurting. You kind of, it's kind of, it helps you in some ways because it personalizes things, but also it could go positive or negative, and some things are just subconscious. So just dealing with the program and hearing you're showing what you're going through sometimes is enough for people because they don't want to. Anyway, it's kind of a strange way to try to understand. Everybody's not going to get it, but let me get into what I was saying. We got 11 people in here. So all of a sudden, people started showing their faces. I noticed it was really funny. And with that, and in that way, what it does is target individuals who aren't showing their face. Maybe it gives a little less legitimacy. Or why aren't you showing your face then? You get what I'm saying? What should be obvious. We're not talking about fishing or bird watching. We're talking about a program that's designed to destroy us psychologically. We're under 24-hour surveillance, tracked, followed, harassed, high beam flashlights on the road, trying to get ran off the road by trucks. They play with our food. They play with our money, our place of work. They don't take it serious. They turn it into a goddamn circus. They do anything they want to do. All this kind of stuff that they're doing to us. It's not a game, for those of us who understand, who are really going through this. So you might not want to, and then on top of that, I want to put my face on a platform and refresh the facial recognition technology every single day. Come on, man. I don't get it. But anyway, so basically, I noticed that was one thing that they did all of a sudden within the gang stalking community. All of a sudden, everybody started showing their face. All of a sudden, once I came around and some of my videos started getting watched, maybe 100, 200 people see it. And okay, so so what I thought was maybe the people who are the handlers, what they did was they said, okay, for all you fake CB4 phony TIs out there, if you want to make a little more money, if you want to raise, we'll give you more money, whatever they're paying them. I don't know, Dollar General gift cards or whatever. We'll give you $2 General gift cards if you start showing your face. And I gave these people incentive to, start showing their face. And that way, again, it kind of makes people, TIs who aren't showing their face, seem a little less credible. But I think over time, you guys can see the real deal. And the second thing I noticed about this was, now this, I don't really, I don't want to say this was really about me in particular. It feels more like because of the monetization thing. But I noticed all of a sudden, they started making you show the amount of subscribers you have to your channel. About a year and a half ago, almost 2 years, you could just have, you could cover it up. It'd be private how many subscribers you had. But I figure, because people, it's turned into a business, monetization. They probably want to know who has what, if people are spending money on ads and all that. But all of a sudden, I remember my videos started exceeding and doubling my my subscriber account. But I only had a certain amount of subscribers, so it won't get taken as serious by some people. So then they start making you show your subscriber account. So those is little things like that I started noticing. Changes they started making once I started coming around. And as a TI, you get used to seeing stuff that was always in stone. But then when you come around, all of a sudden, they just completely will unravel anything to make an adjustment to affect you in some kind of way. And it just boggles my mind that they could designate some people to be that important. But then when you start talking about grant money and, fraud, like security fraud and all that kind of stuff, it makes sense. It's not that we're that important. It's just that we are a good example. We're a good, something to use, guys, to get this NSA, Homeland Security, I don't mean to say NSA, Homeland Security grant money or whatever. So they'll do anything, just to keep that money flowing. That's just what it is. So, and then you hear me talking here. You don't hear me talking about, I'm not talking about any V2K. I don't experience any V2K. I don't hear any voices. There's nothing supernatural at all in my experience. It's pretty much degradation by man. Is what they might have a bad spirit, but that's not the stuff that I discuss because I don't hear enough TIs anymore talking like I'm talking here. Talking about the technology, how the biggest advantage that they have in this program is the fact that they have all of our devices hacked, and they're literally just sitting on it, watching every single thing that we do, and just setting up all of these horrible situations based upon what they're reading in our phone, guys. It's as simple as that. And if it's not our phone, they have people all around the community from all these organizations all teamed up together to watch everything that we're doing, so they see everything. So it's not hard. It's not hard at all to predict and do things. So it's not, to me, again, like I said, you don't hear me speaking any supernatural stuff. And as I get deeper and deeper into this program, I'm moving further away because I understand more and more, what we're dealing with here. So, and then again, and also with like a lot of the religious people, the Christians, and, I think that these are good people, even though they might not really be targeted. But they seem like they want to jump into this TI realm and use this as a springboard to spread their gospel, which is, that's what you're supposed to do. But damn, just come in it and just say what's up. Don't come in here acting like a TI, pretending you're us. And those of us who are going through this, we really know what it looks like and what it feels like. And it's very insulting for some of these people coming around. Oh yeah, man. Oh, my targeting went down a little bit today, and it's not so bad. And I got all these people supporting me. Oh yeah, I was with my family member the other day. Yeah, we just went on over to the grocery store. And I got back in the car and I said, you know what, cousin? Oh, you know what, sister? Yeah. Then I hopped over here and went and saw my friends over here. That's not targeted individual life, guys. I don't know what you guys think this is, but no, you don't get family and friends, and you don't get those things. That's not you're excluded from that. We're put in a corner. We just get random people to watch us everywhere we go in society. We get family and friends and all that. They're gonna gaslight you to death. They're not gonna. If you're a TI, you don't just get to be around your family and friends, and you're just gonna be, hey, okay, I'm a TI, and you guys are gaslighting and gang stalking me, but I'm just good and fine. No darn a dandy. That's not a targeted individual, because they're gonna gaslight you and gang stalk unless you're just dumb and you don't understand. But they're gonna do so much that you can't survive that. There was a TI that died last year. He was all around his family. I saw him always trying to kiss up to him and involve him in what was going on with the TI stuff, but at the same time talking about how they target him and how they're part of the program. But he's in there eating the food, sleeping all in the house, all around them all day, and they just slithering all around them. Next thing you know, he's dead. You understand what I'm saying? Over and over again. But you got TIs, oh yeah, I'm hanging out with the family, and I don't know, man. That's hey, coming from a real TI who was really in a struggle out here. That's not really how that works. You get gaslit and gang stalked by your family so bad that you can't be around. They don't. It doesn't work that way. So just take that as a hint for anybody out there hearing about TIs talking about you're online talking about these people gang stalking you and targeting you, how horrible they are, but then you get online complaining about how these people are treating you, what they've done to you for years, the same old thing over and over and over again, and you people watch them. They get on here talking about what the family members and cousins and people are doing to them every day, but they're always up under them and owing money and doing this. That's not TI life. That's not how this works, guys. It's not how this works. My battery, I'm gonna go sit in the car while I talk to you guys for a minute. My battery's getting low. I don't want it to die. Like I told you, I forgot to pay my phone bill. I just got the message, so I do it in the morning. Yeah, that's annoying. But yeah, let me catch up on the comments. I don't seem like you guys got a lot to say. It is late. It's 2:00 on the East Coast. I'm just hanging out tonight. Been working all day. It's out getting a little fresh air, walking around this empty parking lot. Well, kind of empty. You got some people in this grocery store over here keeping an eye on me. All right, let's see what we got going on. Reality, it's divide and conquer strategy for demoralization. Yes, yes it is. Oldest trick in the book. They're very good at it, and they do it in all facets of society. Gang stalking reality, pretty much narcissistic abuse. I realize now, as much as I hate saying this, but I've been dealing with that narcissistic abuse, I guess my entire life. I didn't recognize it in parenting and all that kind of stuff, but I understand now as I become educated about this stuff. You know what I mean? That I've been dealing with that narcissistic abuse, and they still try to continue it through this gang stalking program now that I'm away from the family that was involved in this stuff. You know, I was able. Let me give you guys an example. Like, I thought I tried to escape my family, gang stalking family, back in 2012. I left from the up north, Washington D.C. area, went all the way to the bottom of the map in Florida to try to get away from that because I knew something was going on, but I never knew anything about gang stalking. But I knew my family had a lot of government connections and all that, and they were doing something dirty. So I kind of got away, and it wasn't until maybe a few years back now when the gang stalking program took hold and they were able to get that grip back again. I know where it's coming from. And it just seems like they've joined forces. But and the technology has gotten a lot better. So all of the little jabs and hints and all of the psychological torture and psychological games that they try to play with me, I can recognize it clearly now. But I just didn't understand it, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew I needed to be away from those people because they weren't right. And then now I really know. You know what I mean? Let me give you a quick example of how I really know. Like the neighborhood I'm in right now, right? Way back in the early 90s, I lived at an apartment complex probably about 7 minutes from where I am right now. Now, I was out here doing some deliveries. Hear me out on this. I got a video. Maybe I'll post it one day. So I was out here doing deliveries, getting played around with by the hackers and the police all night long, frustrated as hell. That's why I haven't done that shit stuff in so long. But they sent me to my old apartment complex that I lived in when I first moved down here to the state of Georgia for the first time in the early 90s with my family. I had a best friend that lived on the other side of that apartment complex. I remember his parents were deaf and they used to cuss all in the house. I thought it was really interesting. But they sent me on a delivery, I remember, directly to that particular apartment a few months back where that friend used to live. Nobody would know about this, guys, unless the FBI has such a great file where they know every aspect of every nuance of our life. But this is in the early 90s. The song Tootsie Roll was hot at this time, and Daisy Dukes was out and it was hot. That's how long ago this was. Oh, and Snoop Dogg and Dog Pound and G-Thing, all of that was out when I was living there. That's how long ago it is, guys. Some of you are too young to even know what I'm talking about. So, guys, they sent me to that exact apartment, and when I got to the apartment, it had the tag in front of it had Washington D.C. tags. And remember, I'm down here in the Atlanta, Georgia area, and that's where I come from. That's my home. And they sent me to that exact spot. You get what I'm saying? To do a delivery. Only family, and I know which family, would know about something like that. That would know that that's the exact spot that my little friend used to live way back in the early 90s. I used to go there all the time. They sent me on a delivery to that exact door in that exact same complex. And that right there solidified, okay. You get what I'm saying? I know where this is coming from. All right, let me read. Targeted. Let's see. Let me catch up a little bit, guys. I don't show my face only because I'm still employed and a state licensed professional. It could come back to bite me. Yeah, if you are a T.I. gang talking reality, and they know anyway. You know what I mean? But I don't blame you for not showing your face. That's what I mean. It's like it's not just so willy nilly for us. It's a decision, a personal decision you got to make. Because it's just, yeah, I get what you're saying though. But if they know you got a page and they're monitoring everything anyway. Neighborhood watch, first responders, critical sectors, all of that, and it's so many of them, and that's why you feel so overwhelmed. Everything you just named plus a lot more are all connected into this. It's just completely smothered. Let me go sit in the car, guys, and put the phone on the charger because I don't want it to die. I'm already thinking they're gonna cut my service because I didn't pay the bill. I can't believe I forgot to do that. All right, guys, let me just go back to my vehicle real quick, and give me a second, guys. Let me get adjusted. Give me a sec. Give me a minute. If anybody has any questions, anything to say, throw it in the chat. Hey, and I see what's on Garfield. You asked about Helm. Yeah, I shared a video of his a few days ago. And about workplace stuff. I'm gonna talk about that here in a second. I hope I don't get cut off, man. Yeah, see what? That's part of gang stalking. Like, I don't keep money in a bank And if something slips up and a mistake happens, then I'm stuck. You know, because I gotta wait until tomorrow. It's just a long story. All right, guys, give me a second. Let me just get adjusted, and we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna continue to have our discussion. I got a few things I want to talk to y'all about. All right, here we go. I'm in the car. All right, let's see what we got going on. Let me catch up. Yeah, targeted means everyone, and I mean everyone is turned against you. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's so, and that's what I mean. People talking about family and friends. Like, yeah, I mean, damn, you just like abuse? Because it's like, no way in hell I could do that. You know, I don't see how a T.I. could do that. But some people are really scared to be out here, be alone, and fend for themselves. People can't do it. You know, some people can get out here and just, hey, look, I'm not trying to. But if you have children and stuff, I do understand. That's another thing. I don't have any children, so I can just cut ties with stuff. Some people need something to hold on to. You do have a child you got to provide for. You might want to stick around. I don't have any baby mamas. I don't have anybody to hold on to. I don't have anything. So, you know, I'm a different kind of T.I., and it's been a 4-year run out here just by myself. You know, I was married in the house getting targeted and all that, but I left. I'm not going to do that. It started getting physical, I had to put my hands on a woman and all that because of this extreme gaslighting. And I knew it, and hell no, I had to go. I'm not a woman beater, but if I see that this, you know, this situation was bringing a different side of me because of the targeting, you get what I'm saying, on top of maybe smoking weed or you know, taking testosterone or different things you're taking and you're working out as supplements on top of gang stalk and all that. No. So I don't know how people do it. Yeah, so you said him. I see Garfield. You said Helms. Yeah, I shared a video. Y'all should guys look at that video about workplace. You know what I mean? And what you go through in a workplace. It's been really interesting in my workplace lately. And what he said in that video is exactly the truth. It's exactly what goes on. And I've been seeing people go through the exact same routine for years in my targeting. It's been for 1 year now almost that I've been working a job that I go to every day. This is my first time having a job since 2012. I've been doing an entrepreneurial thing all this time. And this is my first time having a used car. And this thing is giving me hell. But you get your life changed when you become a TI. But yeah. Workplace mobbing is real, guys. It's really real. And then we'll discuss that in a sec. Let me catch up on something here. It says Q question. The door says if there's thousands of these GS gang stalkers and very few of us in comparison, reason would dictate that those 1,000s of Obama's glittering military bases over all the USA Corporation, all of these gang stalkers. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're everywhere. All of these. Oh, and I'm always near unfortunately, I'm always near a military base or Air Force or something of that nature. They just all around. It's so annoying. You know what I mean? These little jerks. And then on top of that, you know, you got a lot of people coming home from war. You got to think about people this my age. They're coming home from the war, being in the military for the past 15, 20 years, starting, you know, after 9/11. 9/11 happened when I was in high school. So my generation of guys went to the military. A lot of them, like the guy who just got picked for the vice president. He's one of them. He's the same age as me. Born the same year. He went to war, and they're coming back with a certain attitude. The same thing happened after Vietnam, and that's why the 80s looked the way it did. They're coming back with this conservative, self-righteous, kind of like prick, stick up the ass attitude, and they have now all this technology to use to implement on people, and they're out here gang stalking like hell, and you know, and they believe they're righteous in doing it. They're just following their orders and their missions like they've been doing for the past 20 years, being in the military, you know, coming out of war times. And now here we are 20 years later, and they got a whole new generation getting ready to go through the same thing. Let's see. Okay. If there's Seeds of Truth says, yeah, you still act surprised when you know they know everything about you, especially when you don't even know how to protect yourself, because most people are not connected to their emotions because of the brainwashing. All right, let me try to understand that a little more. It says, yeah, you still act surprised when you know they know everything about you, especially when they don't even know you how to protect you. I don't understand completely what you're saying there, or brainwash, especially for men. They are actors who have been hired part of the gang stalking. Yeah, they're actors. See the truth, and I think that's one thing TIs need to remember is the fact that these people are getting paid. You know what I mean? They're getting paid to do this. So if we're out here doing this and we're fighting with getting our emotions involved, they're doing this stuff ice cold, guys. They're just working. They come by, do one little thing to us and go. We're sitting here getting it done to us by all these people all day long. So you're running hot, you're irritated. So if you're gonna, here's a perp right here. Y'all look at the clock, it's 2:20. Okay, he tried to ride by the normal time. Well, once they won. Anyway, so basically what I'm saying is they're working, guys. You got to remember that they're working. So if you're running hot and you're pissed off or you're mad and they're not at all. They're just going to calmly call the police or calmly shoot you or whatever. So just remember that they're working, guys. It's a job. It's not personal. That's another thing about, some of these TIs I'm watching. You get on here complain, oh, these you're obsessed with me. Why are they following me around? That's not the way you should be acting as a man. Guy, they're acting. Just think about somebody who works at a hot dog stand and they're wearing a hot dog costume. They're not wearing a hot dog costume because that's their who they are, their character. It's part of their job. They don't care about hot dogs. They're not wearing a hot dog costume because they love hot dogs so much. They're wearing it because it's a requirement or it was asked of them of the job that they're being paid for to provide for themselves or whatever. Or they're working off something from a legal case or whatever reason they're in it. They're not out here gang stalking and following us around because they're personally so concerned about us or worried about us. It's not like that. It's not a personal thing. So some of these so-called TIs who've been around so long and they're talking about this stuff, how are you still this confused? To think if you're a TI and you talk all this stuff you know about, you keep regurgitating all of this information, how do you not realize that these people don't give two shits about you? These people are working, my man. It's about money. Just like you're on YouTube trying to get money. They're working. It's a side hustle. It's not personal. People delivering Uber Eats, they're not delivering Uber Eats because they love to be around food and they just want to smell somebody's tater tots. Nah, they're working to make some money. People are doing Uber and Lyft, but not because they just love having all these strangers with their butt cheeks in their back seat. That's not because they want to smell the seat when they get out. That's not the deal here. They're doing that because they need to make money. We're in the Hunger Games, guys. It's not a personal thing. All right, it's personal if the person who put you in. If you were put in the program by someone who has a problem with you, that's the personal part. But once it gets past them, that doesn't even matter anymore, because now you've been thrown to the wolves. This guy's about to ride by because it's 2:22 on the clock. He doesn't care. That's why he's doing it with a red car right on my live. He wants you guys to see it right there. See that? And then it's 223, so that's another death threat. 223 is the bullet that comes out of AR-15. So he's probably military, brainwashed, got a chip in him, Manchurian candidate, born identity ass motherfucker. Y'all better be careful out here, man. Seriously. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. Let me read some comments here. All right, so it says, especially for men, they are okay. So the door says the new Vietnam. Absolutely. Absolutely. And these kids out here, they out here doing donuts in the streets, doing street shutdowns. They out here shooting up everything in the neighborhood with switches on their guns and Glocks and all of that. They got way too much aggression and energy, time on their hands, easy ways to make money, scam. They're getting ready to send these jokers to war. They're going to come back totally different, because we're definitely going to go to war soon. Yeah, so I'll just say that. Let's see. They find random people. I just turned on the flash for mistakenly. I don't know how to. All right, hold on. Let me turn that off. And then, okay, so it says Seeds of Truth says they find random people who want to make money, like a kid will take a little and then deliver it to a specific place. Yeah. and their phrase word. Yeah, they do all the phrase words, and that's in these. Yes, they do all of that. Very powerful prayer call. Had Royal Cross Carriers YouTube channel. Okay. Seeds of Truth says victims would know. Yes, for sure. The irate us, they irritate us from the inside out. Zerzette song. Yeah, from the inside out. I mean, it's very deep. It's very deep irritation and all. I mean, and that's what I mean about people. Like, either you're just very dense, or you're not telling the truth. You're telling me you're sleeping up under family and friends, all these people, and you're not being gang stalked. I think some of them are just taking the abuse to have a roof over their head. And, you know, and that's where, you know, and I don't think those kind of people make it, you know. You end up with the prostate cancer. And man, I'm sorry. I don't want to get into all that. But y'all just better be careful out there. And, you know, and if you've seen T.I.'s or all this family and friends around, and they got a network of people taking care of them and all that, you might be getting bamboozled, because the people trying to help and take care of you are going to get attacked by the program as well. So it's just not really realistic, at least not at my level. I might be a little different. I'm not a drug addict. I don't have any child support. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't have a criminal record. Like, I don't have these things like this, you know, burdening me down because of the decisions that I made. I'm literally being targeted off of bullshit. You get what I'm saying? They threw some criminal charges at me in the past in Florida. They were all thrown out, not guilty. You get what I'm saying? I don't have any domestic violence. I don't have any DUIs, no drugs, no nothing. It's straight bullshit that they're doing to me, and they know it. It's because somebody has a personal problem with me, and they threw me in this program. So I don't respect none of it. I don't got to get on here and try to like God myself up and act like I'm so holier than thou, because I know that I'm out here getting high. I'm out here committing crimes, you know, doing certain things that might bring this to me. I'm not doing nothing. I mind my business. I mean, they hack my phone when I'm not even online. They come digging for dirt with me to try to find something to hold against me, to try to find something to gaslight and bother me and use as a reason for the gang stalking. You get what I'm saying, guys? They're digging for stuff. I didn't do. There's nothing that on paper that I brought anything to me. Any problem that they have with me is because of a personal opinion. You get what I'm saying? Like, any issue, anything anyone has, no one can ever say I've done anything malicious to them. It's only maybe someone might not agree with a lifestyle choice or a decision, or, you know, a way, anything like that, but it's never anything that I've done directly. So that's why they're so sneaky and hiding. So I don't get on here trying to act like I'm just perfect. I know I'm all following all the commandments, and I'm just, you know, no. I'm already a good person. I don't need to justify that by cloaking myself under a holier than thou kind of image. You can you peep it for yourself. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to incorporate that, because then what it does is it gives you the idea or the impression that we're being targeted like this because of some kind of personal, some kind of shortcoming or whatever in personality and character. Nothing the things that I've been going through straight for the past 5 years. There's nothing I've done that can justify any of this, especially for this long period of time. You got people that have committed crimes and done horrible things to people and children and all kind of shit, and they go to jail and go to prison and they do their time, and they get to come home and gang stalk me. And I've done, and so you see, so it's a personal thing. That's why when you guys go to the airport, go get TSA pre-check. If you travel globally, get global entry. Go get the CLEAR program. Anything, join stuff and get yourself legitimized as much as possible. If you got a clean record, you know you've done nothing wrong, do everything you can to legitimize yourself around society, and, you know, and offset what they're doing, and make them go out of their way, make them look foolish, and make them expose themselves by going out of their way to gang stalk you. If you know you're innocent, everybody's not innocent. So I'm not talking to everybody. Some of you know that maybe you've done some things that maybe you need to be watched around the community. I'm not judging, but I'm not here acting like, I'm just holier than thou either. And, hey, I had a relationship with an ex-wife. Okay, for 10 years, maybe the last 4 or 5 years weren't so good. Things got physical while the gang stalking started. We started going through hell. I didn't know I was being gang stalked yet. That's the worst of it. There's nothing else. There's no reason for this other than, like, again, family, jealousy, and stuff like that. So I'm not getting on here acting like I'm just so Bibled up and I'm all in the. I think a lot of those people are just evangelists, and they're trying to evangelize. They're trying to spread the gospel, and they're trying to cloak it and gang stalk it, and that kind of just confuses things. No, we need to be focusing on these individuals, these Masons, or these whatever these different groups are running around, breaking in cars, trying to run us off the road, flashing, do all this, like this whole radicalized neighborhood watch stuff. We need to be focusing on that. These people who are on this other stuff, they're trying to throw us off so that we can't fix this problem, so they can continue to steal money from the government by falsely making us out to be some kind of threat to the critical infrastructure, that they need all this money to keep coming in to watch us. No, man, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get on here and talk about it. But you know why I'm going to do that? Because I'm real, guys. I'm not fictitious TI that's giving orders and told what to do to get on here to confuse you guys. No one's giving me any money. I don't get any money from YouTube. I don't get paid to do any targeting or hurting anybody. Any kind of money I do get is donations from you guys who help me out from time to time when I really say that I do need some help. So, let me catch up on some of these. Let me catch up on some of the comments. I'm glad my phone is still going. We're at 2:30. Again, if I get cut off abruptly, guys, I literally forgot to pay my phone bill today. I don't keep money in the bank, so I won't be able to take care of this until tomorrow. Unless one of you guys want to cash at me about $30 or something, I'll take care of it. But I ain't gonna be able to do anything until the morning. I can't keep money in the bank anymore as a TI because of financial surveillance. They just sit there, they sit back and watch everything that's in your account, and they tailor things around based upon the money you do have or don't have. And I don't like that too much. Seeds of Truth says, let me catch up on some of this stuff, guys. All right, so it says, also Laura Eisenhower has really good information on exactly what you're talking about. Okay, let me screenshot that name. Give me a second. All right, I got to do it a different way. Hold on. All right, I got that name. I'm going to check her out. Thank you for that, Seeds of Truth. All right, so the door says, it says, you will know by their fruits for sure. The entities are involved in the opposite of what is true. Yes, hang in there, and thanks for sharing. Garfield says, I applied for TSA, not global. Other one, they sent my money back. What? Garfield, so you said So you said you applied for TSA, not global. The other one. Okay. So are you talking about Clear? I know you're saying TSA. So are you saying TSA just went ahead and sent you your money back? Wow. Did they give you an explanation? That's really good to get that information, because, yeah, as a TI, I want to do all of that's possible and see what they're going to do, Make them show what they're doing, because they like to hide all of it like they're doing nothing to us. All right, so, well, that's interesting. They sent you your money back. All right, so communication is key. So Gangs Talking Reality says it would be awesome. And guys, let me know if I'm too loud. This is my first time using my headphones, the Bluetooth headphones in my ears. I usually just do my video raw, but I got some new headphones, so if I'm very loud, let me know, because I'm usually trying to talk loud because I'm talking to the phone. All right, so it says it would be awesome if they could make any homeless survival guides for targeted individuals. Starting my journey as a licensed professional tomorrow. How far I've fallen, but it is what it is. Versus, yeah, we falling so low. I'm out here, but I don't feel I don't feel bad too much, because they've done this to us. There's so much stacked against us where nobody, especially with no support, you got like a sellout, weak, or involved kind of a family, or you don't have a family, no one to help you. What can you do against all of this? There's no shame, you know what I mean? In the conditions we find ourselves in, being in a program like this, and then everybody around, they mob us with all kind of stalkers and perps, so they already know what they've done and the program has done to us. So what do we, people come, they try to floss around, with like material things and stuff like that, throughout my time in the program, especially down in Miami when I was doing a lot of deliveries and all that, trying to like floss wealth and things like that. I have no concern for any of that kind of shit. Now that I realize they got a program like this where there's no rules, they can do whatever the hell they want to do. They just look at everything, take whatever, look all kind of your money, they do anything they fucking want to do. So what is the point? You get what I'm saying? I'm going through that transition of trying to reestablish what reality really is and what society is really about, because they've shown me that none of that shit matters. They'll just do any fucking thing they want to do. Or anything they want to do. We have zero freedom and privacy, and they sit here in our face and talk about freedom and democracy, just like spitting in our eye all day. You know what I mean? And then expect us to follow all their social norms and everything. It's like, people who sexually abuse children. They do all of this stuff to you behind. I have never been abused in that way, and I haven't done this to anyone. But I've enough, we know enough about it, where it's like, and it's usually men, and that's who's running this stuff, started all of this. But where they want to abuse you behind closed doors, do all these things and show their real ugly face, show who they really are, and then send you back out into the world and hey, just go act normal. Nah, but in the program, they don't really want you to act normal, to be honest. They want you to get out here and do some kind of, you know what I mean, what they want us to get out here and do because of what they're doing to us. All right, let me catch up a little bit. Direct communication, no games, Put it in context, sees the truth. What you mean? K Vicky says there is power in speaking scripture. Yeah, K Vicky, I didn't say there's no power in speaking scripture and positivity over your life. I agree completely. But that aside, I'm not with just trying to, people who do a lot of the spiritual stuff, they do a whole lot of just ignoring what's in our face, guys. That's not smart. That's how countries were colonized. People coming and bringing their religions and just focus on this right here, on spirituality, while they're over there taking all the damn gold mines and the diamonds and raping the women and changing the complexion of the populations and changing the language you speak and all of that, while you over there praying that they stop. That's fine, but I'm in a situation. A lot of you that I'm talking to right now probably sitting back on your couch in your comfort, relaxing, and you got your nice Bible over there to the side, and you go read it and you feel good and sip your little warm tea and go to bed at night. When you're out here in the front lines like I've been for the past 4 years, which this will probably be my last year doing it like I'm doing a van life and sleeping and doing, this will probably be the end of it. I'll probably end it here, and then in 2025, I'm gonna probably go ahead and get a place and then and experience gang stalking from that angle. But yeah, but when you're out here in the front lines and you're dealing with this stuff and it's in your face every day, it's not a theory. It's not I wonder, is that person gang stalking? Oh, I wonder I'm not at that stage, guys. I know what's going on. I gotta get, I know what the tactics are. I know where it's coming from, how they're doing it. There's no confusion. This is just human frailty, human weakness. There's weak humans, weak people who do this kind of stuff to the strong. That's all it comes down to. I'm not gonna be getting too much God and all that involved into this. I'm not getting spiritual stuff that is not tangible involved too much in this tangible attack. That I don't get. It doesn't serve me properly. If it serves you out there as a TI listening to this, the spirituality and getting your Jesus and your God, your Yahweh and all those kind of things, if it serves you and it makes helps you in your targeting, go for it. But I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to just ignoring all of this technology, ignoring all of these physical things that they're doing out here. And that's when you find yourself literally under a bridge, no car, no job, no money, just you and your Bible continuing to try to pray it away. I'm not going to do that. But if those of you who use this, those of you who use that as a tool to survive, I don't think it's a bad thing. But yeah, for me, it doesn't lead. I don't lead with that. I can't do that. It's not. I've never been that way. I've never been that way. I used to go to church as a child and all those. It just never clicked with me. I could never fall into that belief system. And it's just, I don't know why. It's just not, everybody's different. You know what I mean? It says, watch the movie called O and see how, see how not honest communicating with your spouse leads to worse. Seeds of Truth. Listen, go into my videos when you get a chance, okay? And there's a video there that's called The Gaslight Game. All right, look at my videos. It's called The Gaslight Game, and it was probably put up about a year ago. And it's pretty much centered around that movie O with Mekhi Phifer. The original story is called Othello, if you really want to look it up. It starts out with the story of Othello, and there's been many different movies, adaptations of that novel. There's a really good one with Lawrence Fishburne as well. That one with Mekhi Phifer is the most modern one that I know of, and that was in the 90s, I believe. Yeah, so I did a video surrounding that. That's one of the videos that, you know, that's not going to be up long. That's another thing. A lot of the videos that you guys are seeing on my page right now, on my channel, that might have videos and different things like from movies and stuff involved in it, it's not going to be up that much longer, like towards the end of the summer, because I'm going to, you know, I'm gonna try it one more time again to see if the monetization thing will work out. So I'm gonna try to clean my page up. But when I'm trying to do monetization, I don't have a lot of that copywritten stuff up. But if I decide to just say forget monetization and just really just give you guys the raw information and just keep it coming, once I really start going hard again, hopefully you guys will support the channel. If I decide to just say screw monetization, so I gotta be fake like some of these other TIs out here, and I can continue to work a regular job and make my money, and then, you know, have a real platform over here where we can really discuss real things, but I still can be have some kind of compensation, because there's usually consequences, especially, and they're usually financial when I really start sharing my experiences and my thoughts about this stuff. Okay, so it says it might have been the pre-check. No. What do you mean? You say it might have been the pre-check? Okay, TSA pre-check, and they sent you your money back. That is very interesting. That they did that, and they didn't give you a reason why. Garfield. It says, please come to Minister Jerome prayer call. He is targeted. He is not. He is from Georgia also. Yeah, okay. I hear you, K Vic. Yeah, I'll look into the minister at some point in time, but it's just not really, that stuff is just not, it's not, again, I don't lead with that, with my targeting. The spirituality, I understand it, but I just don't see that serving many TIs well. Over the years, I've been watching this stuff now online as far as the community for almost 4 years. And, you know, I just don't see the people who usually are into that. I don't really see them being targeted the way that I am. I mean, I'm really going through a really savage attack. And the only reason why you're not seeing a bunch of people ride in front of me and hearing a lot of noise campaigns going on at this moment, which they usually do this when I'm live, is because I'm live. That's the only reason why they're not doing anything right now, is because I'm live. You know, let me check something real quick. I just had a problem with my car. So yeah, because I think they've been doing, I think the program is getting pretty desperate lately. Again, if you're working and you're progressing and you're getting better, and they're starting to see signs of you improving, they start just really tearing shit up, man. So I'm going through that kind of a transition right now. It seems like they're really doing things to attack the job. Like they trash. Like let's talk about work a little bit. All right, here's what I'll do. Hopefully don't cut me off, guys, in about 15 minutes or so. We got 2:43 a.m. That's 27, and there's no noise campaigns, and there's nobody around. You see how these cowards work? I'm not like amazed anymore like I was in the past when I go live and they don't do anything. But they never do this, guys. They never do this. But you guys have been watching me long enough to know what I mean. Cowards. All right, so it says, communication with your spouse instead of testing them to see if they'll lie when they might not actually know what you're talking about. Yeah, you can try it. I was married for 10 years, and I started noticing the gang stalking about 8 years in. So maybe 9 years in. So it wasn't really I can't live that way. Even when you tell them, let me give you an example. Well, you know what? Let me double that back. What you said there can be true. You just got to make sure you're with a quality person. I just can't. I can't imagine it. I just don't. I don't. There's nobody that I've been around in my life in the past 5 years who continue to be in my presence that didn't participate in gang stalking. You know what I'm saying? I just cannot imagine how any TI can meet anybody out here, especially a TI like myself, and not be targeted and not be, and you got to just try to ignore it and be around it every single day. You're going to get an ulcer. Even if you want to keep telling yourself that you can handle it's nothing, oh, it's all good, I'm going to pray it away. Your body knows what's going on. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer. You're gonna get cancer from the stress. You can't do that as a TI. There's just certain things you can't do. And any of them who are doing it, compromising themselves, or they're a compromised TI, and they're not being fully honest. It's insufferable, guys. It's unsurvivable to be around a gang stalking family all day, every day. It's impossible, and still be healthy. Ricardo Nunez, welcome in. What's good, bro? Welcome in. Yeah, man, I'm late tonight. For those of you who are in here, hey guys, look, on the East Coast, it's 2:45 a.m. I forgot to pay my phone bill. Distractions. I forgot it was due today. They didn't even give me a reminder like they usually do, I don't think. So if this cuts off at around 3, that's because they just cut my phone off because I forgot to pay the bill. So I'll pay it tomorrow, and I can't deal with it tonight. Oh man, I just had something pretty unfortunate happened tonight. I'm not gonna discuss it, but I think they did something. Anyway, let me read some more. It says, I never saw your channel until tonight. Oh, okay. Seeds of Truth. I thought I saw your name around before. I thought I even saw you in my live before. Everything for a reason and a magical one of my life experiences. I could have sworn I seen you before, Seeds of Truth. Okay, maybe I don't know. Maybe so, but I can't really see your thumbnail. I thought I recognized that thumbnail, that profile photo. Message retracted, Garfield. Your message retracted, I see. Okay, True C says, yes, I get it as much as I can. Yes, your body knows and so does your subconscious mind. Dave Ike and Dave Flores work on lots of amazing books. You probably have seen me. Yeah, I've seen you somewhere, like on other pages. I could have sworn I talked to you before. But yeah, it works on your, and that's the thing I want to say. It works on your subconscious. So a lot of these TIs maybe are not as educated on psychology. Like, that's my background. And I know a lot of these things that they're doing are designed to go past your conscious mind and affect your subconscious and affects your physiology, physically. You understand what I'm saying? All these noise campaigns, all this stress, and they're riding by with this extreme, deep bass pounding, vehicles, motorcycles, and cars. That's what I get all day, and it's all on schedule. Like they don't miss unless I'm live. When I'm live, it's the only time they don't do anything. Like right now, they're giving me a peaceful moment because I'm live. If I wasn't live, there would be consistent cars driving back and forth in front of me, behind me. There would be all kinds of noise campaigns on the roads around me. It would be a lot going on. But because of the fact that I'm live, they just completely turn it off. And I think they find it quite amusing to be able to do that. I think they really find it amusing to just completely stop this program. This program runs like water, guys. And they can literally, to show me, like when they do this, to show me that they can just literally, at a moment's notice, turn the faucet off. And all these perps will go bother somebody else, or they'll just go in their nice, comfortable home and kick back and relax until I turn my live off. And then they'll just come back around. They're going to have cars all in front of me riding. Like right now where I'm sitting, I don't really sit here like this, but they would be having cars in front of me, behind me, nonstop, consistently just, trying to just irritate and agitate and just make me feel mobbed and surrounded at all times. I don't hear any noise campaigns going up and down the street that's over here to this busy street to the left of me because it's 2:48 in the morning. Doesn't even matter. They go around the clock with me, guys. Like, I don't care what time it is. If I wake up in the middle of the night and it's 3:27 on the clock, there's going to be gang stalking taking place. I'm going to hear a noise campaign. Like right now, I'm in this parking lot right now, right? I've been here now for almost 2 hours. I pulled over here after work. And then, and there was where my camera's pointing right now. There was somebody working over there. I didn't even know. I was out here doing something to my vehicle, and they made a loud noise, like something like threw a trash can down real loud or whatever. And I already know the program, so I just, okay, well, which time is it? I know it was 1:24, which is 24. That's the point. I'm gonna do a video explaining all my numbers. I'm gonna try to work on that tomorrow, maybe. But it was 1:24 at that time, and that person made no noise. I wouldn't even have known they were over there, but they were instructed, in real time. I don't know. Again, I really ever come park over here at night. Really ever come do this. But they were there already. They're already in the building. They didn't come here. They were already in the building. See, that's how it works. When you go somewhere, like right now at night like this, if there's somebody in there cleaning up, they're gonna come out and do their little gang stalking part, and they're gonna walk back in. And that's the thing. I'm trying to really, this is what I can be honest about. I don't really fully understand, because it's so hard to believe that they got that many people in check and in line to be able to do that in real time, which they probably do. They have astronomical money and technology and power, guys. Or they're using this technology and they're doing some kind of magical shit in these people's brains and making them do these actions. Because I will say myself personally, I've been noticing that lately. I'll pick up my phone and look at it, and to do something, it'll be 27 on the clock. Because, sometimes whereas I feel as though I'm being, manipulated in some kind of way, and I'm doing actions and doing things on this same schedule. So that also lends to the idea of us living in a simulation. All this stuff that I'm seeing around me, them doing all this stuff on the time schedule, it could just be, I've noticed the simulation. All of these things are happening by like non-person characters, because they're programmed to do these things to make it look like normal life. So I'm just moving around like a video game, and these are computer generated actions being done around me based upon a computer program. And it's just that somehow I got, well, not, I ain't gonna say somehow, but I caught on to what, the program, in which you're probably not supposed to do. But the only thing that makes me feel like that's not true is they just kept putting the 27 tag in front of me, which made me aware. As I was driving around South Florida, they just kept putting the tag in my face all the time, where it was just no way to not notice that. And then everything else just exploded from there. All right, let me see what we got, guys. You probably have seen me. Okay, it says Artist Miami says, I'm from Miami. If you're going to tell the truth, tell the whole truth, bro. It's deeper than rap. Really spiritual than using really spiritual than using witchcraft, pathogens, and diseases. Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? I know that that's a big part of it. I just don't focus as much on that, because I don't feel like spiritually attacked. That's probably a part of it. I don't feel like this stuff really reaches my spirit and my soul. In the past, maybe, but I don't have any emotional reactions anymore to any of this stuff, because now I realize what we're dealing with. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't really